Hello disciples, welcome back to Stats Cosmos. In this video, we are going to know about management process and functions. Management is an art of creating an environment in which people can perform as individuals and yet cooperate towards attainment of group goals. Management as a process. It is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling, performed to determine and accomplish stated objectives by the use of human beings and other resources. Here is a picture showing process of management. Includes input of the 6 M's that are men, material, machinery, methods, money, and markets. These are subjected to the fundamental functions of management, planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling to achieve the stated objectives of the organization. Here the objectives are goods and services desired by the consumer, which are end results. The process of management involves the determination of objectives and putting them into action, right? According to McFarland, management is the third process by which managers create, direct, maintain, and operate purposive organizations through systematic, coordinated, and cooperative human effort. It is a never-ending process. As a process, management has two broad features. First, on reaching control step, the manager will again start planning and the rest of the functions follow and so on. Second, the functions of management are interdependent and interrelated, has no rigid sequence between them. In actual practice, the manager has to perform these functions to achieve objective of unit. Now let's try to know about functions of management. File has given the following 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, commanding, that is staffing, coordinating, that is directing, and controlling. In this video, I'm going to explain about all these functions. First, we'll start with planning. Planning bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to be. It is a prerequisite to doing anything. Proper planning is a must to ensure effective utilization of human and non-human resources to achieve the goal. Here is a picture shows steps in planning. First comes establishing the objective, forecasting and collecting information, planning premises, developing alternatives, evaluation of alternatives, selection of a particular alternative, formulation of plans and subplans, appraisal and feedback. And again starts with establishing the objectives. So let's try to know about these steps in detail. First, identify goals or objectives. Objectives specify the end result and indicate what is to be achieved, where action should take place, who is to perform it, how it is to be undertaken, and when it is to be accomplished. Planning has no utility if it is not related to certain objective. Second, collecting and forecasting information. The collection and forecasting of information should be done in terms of external and internal environment. The assessment of external environment should include consideration of competition now and in the future. Internal environment may consider strong and weak points of firm. Next, development of planning premises. Assumptions on which the plans will be based denote the expected environment in the future and are known as planning premises. The assumptions, along with future forecasts, provide a basis for the plans. It is advisable to limit premising to those factors which are critical to the planning process. Next, we have search of alternatives. At the time of finding or developing alternatives, the planner should try to screen out the most unviable alternatives so that there are only a limited number of alternatives for detailed analysis. Assumptions need revision in the light of changed circumstances. Evaluation of alternatives. Once alternative action plans have been determined, they must be evaluated with reference to considerations cost, long range objectives, limited resources, expected payback, risk, and many intangible factors to select the satisfactory course of action. 6. Selection of plan and development of subplans. The final step in the planning process is to select the most feasible plan and develop subplans for it, and must include feedback mechanism. The hierarchy of plans must be both integrated and flexible to meet the changing internal and external environment. Subplans are developed within the framework of the basic overall plan. This is all about planning. Next comes organizing. Lewis Allen, organization involves identification and grouping the activities to be performed and dividing them among the individuals and creating authority and responsibility relationships among them for the accomplishment of organization objectives. By organizing, the manager creates a structure of relationships that connects each employee directly or indirectly to the organization head. Here are the steps involved in organizing. First, identification of work. Organizing is done to achieve objectives. So it is essential to identify the total work necessary to achieve the objectives. Identification and classification of work enables managers to concentrate on important activities, avoiding unnecessary duplications, overlapping, and wastage of effort. Second, grouping the work. In order to provide for smooth flow of work, all closely related and similar activities must be grouped together. For instance, the total activities of an industrial organization may be divided into major functions like production, purchasing, marketing, financing, etc. Third comes establishing formal reporting relationships. In order to secure compliance to organizational directives, reporting relations must be specified. Once formal relationships are established, it would help individuals know what must be done, how it must be done, to whom the matter should be referred, and how particular jobs relate to one another. Formal relationships would provide a framework for assigning duties and responsibilities to individuals in a clear manner. Providing for measurement, evaluation, and control. The manager should establish signposts and control points in the organization so that the subordinates' performance can be measured, evaluated, and controlled at regular intervals. Fifth, assignment of duties. Each individual should be given a specific job to do according to his ability and made responsible for that. Six comes delegating authority and responsibility. While assigning duties, the manager should clearly specify authority and responsibility limits so that the subordinate knows in advance as to what type of work is expected of him by the superior. So this is about organizing. In the next video, we'll try to know about staffing, directing, and controlling. Hope you all enjoyed this video. We'll be continuing with the next video. Thank you so much all for watching this video.